there are 5 stations of articulation, starting with the throat. And I will name these stations with the syllables that begin what is called a varga. So the first station is in the throat, and it is ka varga. If you will all articulate ka. Can you say ka? I can't hear you because you're muted, but that's cool.
Ka.
Ka.
Yeah, maybe you should unmute yourself so I can hear you. Just don't make any background noise.
Ka.
Okay. Now you feel what that is. I want you to put your fingers on your throat when you say that. Ka. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to move up one level, and we're going to pronounce cha. Okay. Can you feel how you've moved from one space to another space? From ka to cha. You've moved up in your... Think of the vocal apparatus as a dome. And we're going to define that dome now. And we're going to start at ka. Then we move up one to cha. Now the third one, I want you to put the tip of your tongue on the... Touch the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth and say ta. Ta. Okay? Ta. Not, you don't put your tongue against your teeth. You put your tongue straight up. This is very, very important. Ta. Okay, now I want you to pronounce the same thing except with your tongue touching your teeth. Ta. And now the fifth one is your lips. Pa. Pa. Okay? So you can feel that there are 5 places that you go to in your vocal apparatus. Ka. Cha. Ta.
Ka.
Ka, cha, ta, ta, pa. You all got that. This is important. I want you, everything is going to be referenced from these stations. So it's important that you understand where these places are, because also in the end, I'm not going to teach you how to make sounds. I'm going to teach you how to look for those sounds in your mouth.
Yeah, I'm hoping for in number 3, da.
Yeah.
Represented in writing.
Writing? You mean in English transliteration?
Exactly.
Okay. I think that's usually with a dot underneath the T or the D or the nasal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
And what are the sites? Can we go through the sites? I got throat at the beginning and lips at the end, but I got roof of the mouth too for number 3.
Okay.
What do you call that area between throat and roof of mouth? The glottis? Glottal?
No.
No?
Is it a velum? Velum?
Yeah, that's one of the ways of saying it. It's
But you see, I don't think that these are really the important things. And you know, for your own personal notes to remember some of this stuff, okay. But I don't want you to put an emphasis, actually, even on your notes themselves, because this is an exercise in walking together on this of exploring together, and if we're successful in this, then you will be able to discover all of the articulations, the mantras, the syllables, the matrikas. You'll be able to discover them in your own mouth rather than superimposing them on your mouth, which is what I'm trying to avoid. I want to avoid as much theory and ideology as possible and encourage as much exploration as possible.
I just want a handle on things so we can discuss them.
Absolutely. I'm with you 100% on that. I just want to issue a word of warning that, that we sort of stay exploring instead of go off in some sort of thinking, in some sort of ideology mode. Okay, so we have issues of geography, but we also have issues of aspiration. We have issues of contraction, and we have issues of direction of articulation. In other words, we have 4 columns, as it were, on each varga, on each line, which deal with issues of aspiration and contraction of the throat. And then the 5th element, we send the articulation through our nose. So there are 5 syllables which we call nasals. And these will be syllables that we will send through our nose instead of our mouth. Let's get to the vowels now to start out with. And the most important of all vowels, in fact, the most important of all the syllables, is the vowel A. The vowel A arises effortlessly from our chest through our throat. It is marking the unmanifest. It's marking that which is not in any way solid. It is it's what you might say if you're trying to think of something or somebody's name. You might say, what's his name? What is that word? And so automatically, naturally, this is at the basis of all other articulation that is going to follow. All other articulation is arising out of the syllable A. And therefore, the syllable A is the syllable of Shiva. It's the syllable of consciousness. Therefore, we call it Anuttara, that which there is nothing greater. Okay? Interestingly enough, in Indian languages and in Sanskrit, if we want to negate a word, we say a before the word. So, mrit means death, amrit means immortality. Uttara means the top, the greatest. Anuttara means that which has nothing greater.